Welcome back. This is Sean for PokerSoftware.com, and we're going to jump right into it. We're at 10 no limit, where the blinds are 5 cents no limit, 5 cents, 10 cents no limit, full ring. So let's get right into it. A very good raise there. Definitely seeing an adjustment. 4 times the big blind, plus 1 for every limper. So 40, 50, 60 is fine if you know that this guy is just never gonna get away and you're value betting here, but 50 cents is fine. 60 I'm okay with too. We get a call, and I think actually now that I look at it and look at the stats, that's probably who you were isolating there, and we get another caller behind. So that's either like super awesome or super terrible, but definitely one we're c-betting here. And he donks into you, and you're definitely raising this. And I mean, unfortunately, if he flopped a queen, he flopped a queen, but you're good here so often. And you go ahead and put them all in, which I like. I think that's just fine. And oh, you didn't quite put them all in. So that's something to pay attention to, and I didn't quite do the math. But if you're going to bet that much, might as well just put them all in. And the rest should be pretty standard. And he shows 5s. So, nice job. All right, we got queens in late position, and we've got a 43-11 limping in. There's that 50-cent raise. Good job. And he calls behind. So you flop middle set, which should be fantastic. And he donks into you. So you're definitely raising because you are scared of the draws that could be out there with, say, Jack 10 or 2 hearts. Good job. So I'm seeing much better play, and he goes ahead and raises, so you're just getting it in at this point. There's no reason to flap behind. He's not going away. But you didn't quite put him in. You kind of min raised him or whatever. Just go ahead and get the money in. You'll be fine. He'll call. Then you've turned quads, even better. And so you check behind, which actually is fine since you have the stone cold nuts and there's so much. You want to guarantee that $1 in. He's by checking here, you're guaranteeing he's going to shove it in at the turn no matter what it is. And that's fine. So he shows 10s, and you take down and get paid for quads. Nice job. Aces in early position. Raise it to 50. So you might be starting to develop a little bit of a tell that when you have bigger hands, you raise an extra 10 cents. But you know, the 40-cent raise there is fine. But sometimes, you know, if you're in early position, you do raise a little bit more. So that guy shoves on you. That's fine. That's an easy call. Take it down. Gotta love that with aces. Nice job. So far we've seen some really standard hands, and I'm liking your bet sizing and definitely seeing improvement. And judging by the results of these 500 hands that I was sent, the results are good. So that's always a good thing. And keep in mind, for the people watching this, Mr. 2004, as I'm calling him, is a beginning cash game player. He played sit and goes and is a really nice guy and has a general knowledge of poker, but is kind of new. Well, it's very new to online cash games, and it's good that he's starting out at these stakes so that he can learn the game, so that he can put his practical knowledge at use when he's gained the experience in the higher small stakes games. So that's just a bit of background. So call behind with the 10s, that's fine. And you flop top set. So you're flopping really well, and you're not slowing down, which I'm liking. So he goes ahead and bets, and this guy looks super aggressive. Most people here flap behind, which is standard, and that's good. I mean, that's the right play. But if you have a super aggressive opponent and raising here on this kind of flop, he might put you on a draw like a lot of the time. So you go ahead and flap behind, which is fine. Just discussing alternative strategies here, and he goes ahead and bets. When you beluga a guy like this, where you're raising the turn, a good player will recognize, like, crap, this guy has a set. Bad player will just be like, well, I've got aces, or I've got kings, like, whatever, or, you know, ace 10. So when you raise them here, let that be the alarm bells for you in the future. When you've got like a raggy board and someone's calling the flop against your c-bet and then raising your turn c-bet, you better have the nuts, because chances are he does. And good players will represent this at the higher stakes. He goes ahead and folds. So I might have preferred the flop raise, but you definitely had to raise at this point with potential draws out there. So I like the hand. All right, next hand, ace king. And one really good thing I'm noticing is that I'm not seeing really weird hands like I was seeing when we first did the first videos. I remember I was seeing hands like king 8 suited from the small blind, and now I'm seeing really good solid hands from you, and I think that's going a long way in your game. So good job tightening up and recognizing those spots correctly. Good raise, and you get 3-bet out of the big blind, and so from a 32-10, that's just horrible. But he does 3-bet 11%, and you're in position here. So I am calling because you have position. I mean, like 3-betting, calling a 3-bet. You know what? I've changed my mind completely. I saw his stack size, and I'm getting it in. There's a lesson for me. Pay attention to the stack sizing. He's 3-betting you here. He's 3-betting 11% of the time. You're way ahead of that. Although it sucks that a big blind kind of small raise like this usually means a huge hand, and I think we can pretty safely put him on queens or jacks. So you're not flatting behind, you're getting it in, because if you call, he's shoving the flop. Doesn't matter what it is. So go ahead and just put it in now. And not quite enough. So he calls. And so you got 2 overs and a flush draw, completely standard to call here. You do. He shows 8s. So I was kind of right. You were flipping. And let's see if you hit your ace. All right. So just keep that in mind. If a shorty like that raises you and you've got ace king and you're comfortable flipping, and you can fold, which is I guess kind of weak because he's going to show up with ace queen and hands like king queen suited some of the times within 11% range, which you can look at. So I put into Poker Stove here your ace king and then his range of 11%, and so you're crushing it. I mean, you're not crushing it, but you're way ahead here, 60-40, and so it's better than a coin flip, although my read was that you're flipping a lot of the time, but you're actually ahead of that. So even if we decrease that to 10 or even 9%, you're still ahead by a margin, so getting it in there pre-flop would have been the right move, but the hand became pretty standard because of the stack size. All right, ace king, making a raise, and we get min 3-bet from a shorty who looks very, very nitty. Okay. So I think we're in the same situation we were before, where you're flipping it. I mean, I know you're flipping on this one. There's no ace queen here, ace jack or king queen suited kind of hand. This is queens or jacks. I'm guaranteeing that. So let's take a look. I say just get it in against this guy, but it's just too hard to fold considering his stack. If you guys were super deep, like let's say you both had 20, there's definitely a case that could be made to fold. But you don't. He's short. You're just getting it in. If you flip, you flip. So looks like you were thinking what I was thinking, which is good news. 3 extra cents there. Let's see what he shows. Queens. Ha! And of course, you apparently win all your flips. So that's awesome. Keep that up and teach me how to do that in a video. All right, this time queens on the big blind. Got a raise from a pretty nitty player who's stealing 20%. Okay. So you're definitely 3-betting. And that's, yeah, that's right. And so he just shoves all in, standard. Let's see what he shows. Ace jack, you're nicely ahead here. Gotta win your 70-30s. Ooh, he hits that ace. Oh, you turn your set. Well, you won as a favorite pre-flop, so the right hand won in this case, and you did a good job. So I think a lot of players might have even flatted that 3-bet or whatever. I mean, you played it right. You just got it in, and that's what you needed to have done. All right, 6s opened up. That's good, and your 3-bet from a full stack from a 3-betty player. Oh boy, and you 4-bet him. Not sure why. That's a standard fold. You're not set mining out of position, although this guy looks like he's very 3-betty. This is just a bad position because if he calls or comes over the top, I mean, you're check folding unless he